Um, this is Ia Patsy, and I wanted just to say hi, check in with everyone, and just let you all know that I'm still good. I'm still here in the land of the living. I'm not sick, not coughing. Um, I'm just feeling a little drained because of the energies that are going around now. And Kate and I were talking, and she's in, Midwest, so they are. Everybody's feeling. We're all experiencing the same feelings in our communities, the same feelings in our homes. Um, I know different people are feeling different ways about, the origins of the virus and the meaning behind it spiritually and those type of things. And I'm really not under any particular belief system about this. I do know that this is a time that's been foretold, for those of us in the community for quite a little while. And part of the journey has been getting people to, awaken and to, recognize their spiritual gifts. And for those of us who are involved in those twin flame relationships, for us to get on board and get in union so that we could start being ready to be of service, right? And this is a time of service to our communities, to humankind, to one another, as we are trying to console one another, to educate one another, to bring understanding about the earth and the universe and the importance of science and the importance of community and the importance of neighbors and looking out for one another and the things that we put a value on, that we think that we can't do without. Can you really not do without it? Are we really going to fight over chicken sandwiches and toilet papers? These are the things that we have to start to, really, really, what are we holding so dear? And what are we holding on to so dearly? That could be taken out away from us in such a quick period of time. Within a
Right.
3 week, your whole life could be changed. There's one family that's continuously losing their members, of one family. Imagine what that is. So we have to be empathetic, regardless of what our views are about this politically or spiritually. As humanity, we have to be able to uplift one another. We have to find jokes, within this situation. Find a way to make one another laugh, find a way to make one another, dance, listen to music, exercise, go outside, get in touch with nature, all the things that you normally would do. But now you can have a chance to introduce your children to it or your loved one because they don't have to go to work or they're not too tired. And, you got all the time in the world in one day to share your path with them, your journey, where you are now, where you may be going. This is an opportunity that all of us have to reach out to our neighbors, reach out to our loved ones, reach out to ourselves, and be compassionate and patient with yourself. Even if you feel like you screwed up and you shouldn't have been dilly dallying or playing whatever games you were playing, it is what it is. It's done what it's done. And so now what? What is the lesson? And now, when we get out of this, because we will get out of this is not forever. This is just a pause, a pause.
Yes.
Once the pause goes back, what are we going back to? The same old rat race? What? Are we going to keep social distance 6 feet away on the subway starting, April 5th? Come on. What are we going to do? What are we going to change? Are we going to be paying $125 to take out a family of four to a movie? Why should we? When we got Netflix for $7.99 a month. I'm just saying. 444.
Right.
I said that. I'm just
Uh,
saying. you know, the things that we can't do without. Okay, we can't do without date night, but does date night have to be like an expensive, dinner extravagant, or could it just be like a concert in the park?
Mhm.
You know, can it be something a little less extravagant? You know,
Now, I don't want to
something that's
interrupt
that
you too much, but do you have your camera on?
I believe so.
No, I don't see you.
I don't know. I'm seeing me. It's recording. Let me look. Let me see, cause it's yeah I do. Is it no? I'm trying to see. No, I can see me, and there's a camera up here. Right? Yeah. I put my finger in front of it. Mm-mm. I can start it again.
I don't know.
Let me stop.
No, no, don't start it again. It's really good, but I don't see you, so
Let me
it's
see.
just
It's the way that you turn. Maybe it's the way I'm turned. Because
mm-mm.
right now I see me on the corner at the top of my screen looking back at me, and I see you in the middle. I wonder if I can move this down. No,
Mm-mm.
no. So what is it?
I don't
It
know.
looks good to me.
When you and I have ever recorded, though, we've always recorded, and I can see what you're doing, but no,
What
it's
about
not
now?
there.
What about now?
The screen is blue. Even if I hit me, it goes to me.
You don't see me?
Mm-mm.
I see you.
There's only your icon.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, because this is off. That's my icon now to me. And now this is me again. Can you see it?
Hold on, let me get back on you. There it goes.
Sure now. Okay. All right. Let me see how that here. See now?
Perfect.
Yeah, I
Love,
don't see
I like your
my captain.
attire. I like your attire.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway,
Wonderful.
everybody doesn't need to see me. Um, now everybody's probably going to be going like this because of the way it was turned to begin with. I'm gonna have to start probably here again. I don't know. I
It
don't know.
doesn't look. It looks like it's always been.
To you, but you said you wasn't seeing me before.
No,
It was
the screen. Yeah, it was just like there's
maybe
the
it was more
screen.
compact. I don't know. But as long as you can
No,
see me,
right.
and because I know when I'm doing the card sometimes it gets cut off by the camera because of where it is, but I'm in front of the camera here. It's getting enough of me anyway. So whatever riff I was on, I forgot about it. Anyway, so I just hope everybody takes good care of one another. Um, a kind of channeling came through while we were speaking earlier, and it basically was saying that this was a time. It had to do with the twin flames, right? Trying to get back where I was, if I can, because it was important. Kata heard it, but we weren't recording it then. I'm trying to see, but I was looking at the flames. Mercy, mercy was coming.
Hmm.
Ship was coming. That was named Mercy because we were. Mercy was coming because we were under the age of Pisces. We were under grace. The Christ consciousness is grace. And now we're under mercy. Mercy is where we're going to get our help. If my people will humble themselves, if the people who will call by my name, doesn't matter what name you call God, whatever you call your God, whatever divine, Allah, God, Jehovah, Jesus, universe, creator, whatever.
Oh, Shay.
You are under mercy again if you humble. Uh, if they humble themselves, each of them, whoever you believe in, because I'm still God, it just doesn't matter what you call me, I answer to God, the universe. you all will lift the vibration of the universe by being humble, by helping one another, by understanding, taking better care of the earth, your environment, being more mindful, the impact that your actions have on the earth. As the impact the vibration will have on the weight of the universe as you all start to be more humble, as you start to be more humble, it'll lift the vibration as you laugh more and sing more and love more
Dance.
and dance. The vibration will lift. The vibration will lift. So that's the message that this is mercy after grace. Laws. We'll be under the laws. We'll be under the mercy of the laws because we were already under the grace. Leviticus was the laws of Abraham, the songs of David, and Christ is of the house of David, the lineage. Same. From Adam to David to Christ. Same line, same seed. All back to the Creator. If that's your belief, if it makes it better for you to believe it that way, if that's the way it's best for you to visualize it, that's the message that you're giving. And those of you who have a different belief system, just know you are God's. Humble yourself before God. If you're divine, humble yourself before the divine. You call yourself Christians, humble yourself before the Christ. You call yourself Jews, then you humble yourself before God, before Yahweh. Whatever you are, whatever your job, Jah, Allah, Buddha, Gaia, Isis, whomever, whatever, it's all God. It's all God. Just humble yourself, ask for mercy, and be grateful for the grace that has brought your people thus far. No matter what country, no matter what race, be grateful for the grace. Some of you are in your last generation. That's why you're being led to your soul tribe, some of you. Some of you are members of the last generation of your father's seed. That's why you're being directed towards your soul tribe. We're going to try to right the wrong. I'm hearing that song come together right now over me. It's a Beatles song. I wonder what a beetle is. I got this book here.
I got that. I got that last about within the 4 or 5 days. I don't remember what it was, but it was a Beatles song. Oh my gosh. Um, it was And I don't think I had ever heard it. It was before I was even born, I think. But of course, but
Don't play yourself. Stop, okay? Stop. Shut up. That was all unnecessary. Unnecessary. You either know it or you don't. It doesn't matter whether or not you were born when the song came out. I
okay.
wasn't born. I wasn't born when Sam Cooke's songs came out. Some of them, but I know them. I wasn't born when that King Cook songs came out. Oh,
God,
whoa.
oh God, I just got this because you know that one of the members they tried to clone the other one because the other person died. It was some crazy guy. Well, yeah, that's another story. But it was that just came in.
Are
But
you
it was song.
conspiracy theorists about the Beatles?
Ah,
Stop. Stop, people. Stop. Did I tell you the smut? Did I tell you the smut? I'm gonna say this on the video, and this is gonna continue. This is gossip, and I don't normally gossip, but this is horrible. Speaking of Sam Cooke and the Beatles, this is the connection. Watch. Sam Cooke got killed in the hotel, right? Some lady, the lady who was the clerk at the hotel, she said that he spooked her when he ran in because he had some Philippine girl or somebody in the room, and when he came out the bathroom, she was in his pocket taking out the wallet. This is the story that the lady gave. That he picked some chick up at the bar, brought her back to this Fleabag hotel. Black lady was the clerk. She signed him in. He signed in. They go into the room. He goes to the bathroom, and when he comes back in the room, the girl is going through his pockets. So he chases her out, but he's naked. And then he, bangs on the clerk's door like, this girl, she just robbed me and whatever. And the clerk shot him. Like she got scared or whatever, and she killed him when he was just trying to get her to help him. That's how the story went. Okay. I remember I was a child when this happened. Then my father and them were very upset, right? It was very sad. But I didn't know till earlier this week that part two of the story is Bobby Womack
yes.
married Sam Cooke's wife 2 months after his funeral, and that Bobby Womack wore Sam Cooke's suit to his wife as he escorted the wife to the funeral.
Hence.
And he was young, but him and Sam Cooke were boys. It was friends, right? And when he did marry Sam Cooke's wife, widow, 2 months after his best buddy died, his parents still had to sign for him because he wasn't 21 yet. Because I tell you before, back then boys had to be 21, girls could be 18 to get married. So boys needed their parents' signature. So he was only 20. His mother and father still had to sign for his ass, right? But
Mm.
back that up more. He comes to the funeral with his suit on, right? With Sam's suit on. Wife marries him 2 months later. And Sam and his wife had a daughter when he passed. They already had a child. Years later, while he's married to the mother, he starts having sex with the teenage, allegedly. He starts having an affair with the teenage daughter, which is probably rape. And then she turned around and she marries his brother. The daughter herself, grows up married. There's a group, Womack and Womack, and they had a song out. That's Sam Cooke's daughter and Bobby Womack's son.
Uh,
Brother, rather. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why he probably made those songs. Nobody wants you when you're down and
No,
out. And then the
no.
next, the what was it? What was
Scandalous.
that song?
Are you thinking lonely now? Wait until tonight, girl.
No, not even just that one. What was that one that he did? He said,
I wish
wish he didn't
he
trust
didn't
me
trust me.
so
That's
much.
the song that he was singing about Sam Cooke, his best friend.
Yeah.
I wish he didn't trust me so much. So either he conveniently profited off of the untimely death of Sam Cooke, or he set it up, or somebody set it up. But I only learned that recently. So see, you can never be.
I did too. I did too.
Oh, and now there's more scandal. Scandal ain't only on our side of the street. Speaking of the Beatles, to pull them back into this conversation.
And I would text your sister. That's why you want to see if you can come over to my house. I said, no, my mom won't let me go anywhere.
Can you please recording? Thank you. We're recording. Thanks, and we're live. We're live.
He's a kid. She's stuck in the house. Leave her alone. Anyway,
I'll give you an answer. I apologize.
that's okay. No, I want to make sure I don't forget the joke or the point. Oh, so scandal. We all know that song Layla by Eric Clapton. Layla got me on my knees, Layla, baby, won't you please? It's his signature song from back in the.
I have to hear it. I would have to hear it.
You'll know it when you hear it, right? And they made it over where it's like his guitar is an electric guitar sound. It's gorgeous. Even B.B. King has sang it with him because it's such a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the T is he was in love with George Harrison's wife, Patty. And the name Layla was really about him being in love with this woman. Who was George? All right, so Eric Clapton is a guitarist. So they're all rock and roll. They're all friends in the same circle. But he was in love with her. George Harrison. Okay, that's why that song came before the Beatles song that I first saw.
Right. I just saw the Beatles right when you were talking it. What's up with that?
Yeah. George Harrison's song. That was George Harrison's song. Okay, so George Harrison found out that his wife and Eric Clapton had this romance, and they got divorced. And do you know he actually went to their wedding? Now, George Harrison is the Beatle that became a follower of, is it Gandhi? Not Gandhi. The Dalai Lama. George Harrison wrote My Sweet Lord. I really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare. George Harrison wrote that song. So George Harrison, even before he became a Dalai Lama, he was awakened enough to say, you know what? If this is what my wife wants, then I'll be. It's cool. Let them have their heart, their life. That's a big man. He just said, okay. He didn't get mad. He didn't have him duffed off. He let karma take care of that. And karma did. Karma will, always. You don't have to do nothing to nobody. Now, I ain't saying that you're supposed to go to their wedding. That's an extra. But that's that.
Right.
We ain't George Harrison, right? This is water. I'm not advertising nobody. This is just water. I'm just using the bottle because it's easier to handle and the swig. Oh my goodness. You got to stay hydrated during this time too. They said also if you use lemons, get fresh lemons, you cut up 3 fresh lemons and you can put that in a cup of water rather, and drink that. You can add a lemon to your water and drink that throughout the day. If after you boil the water, let it seep into the lemon and use it as your water throughout the day. Lemons, vitamin C, oranges, bananas. Try to keep your liver up. liver. What is this? Iron. Iron up. That's what I said. Try to keep your iron up. Not to constipation, because then we don't want y'all fighting in the in the grocery stores over toilet paper. People, you got washcloths in your house. Don't act like you don't know. Back in the
Right.
1800s, the ladies used rags for their sanitary napkins. You can use a washcloth in case you run out of toilet tissue and baby wipes, right? Stop it. Some of you have bidets, okay? Some of you don't need to be hoarding toilet paper. I understand, because if people are sneezing and coughing, you need to have tissue around. And sometimes you get more out of a roll of toilet paper than you do out of a box of tissue or something like that, right? So I'll give it that. I will not say that the reason that there's a hoarding of toilet tissue is only because of people having to do number twos. I'm going to say it's because people use it to cough. Okay, you don't want to waste your paper towel on coughing. I got you. And the Kleenexes and them, not calling the trademark, but y'all know what I'm saying. The facial tissue is expensive, and they don't have enough slices. So you use the toilet paper, and then you throw it in the garbage. And good foresight, everybody. No need to fight over these things. People use handkerchiefs before they made Kleenex, before they made toilet tissue, before they use rags, they use wash rags, they use handkerchiefs. Now, handkerchief will create, it will cause it'll carry, true, but if it came down to it, you could wash that out every night, or you could wash that out periodically, or you could, whatever. You can make a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Just don't. We ain't gonna get to the point where we don't have paper, people. We may not have somebody in the factory to turn the machine on, but somebody will come in. Somebody will go in there and hit a button if you get
Okay.
like that.
You got an
So,
old pair of jeans and pants and socks that you might be able to
yes,
use.
you got t-shirts hanging around the house. Cut them up and clip your toenails and your fingernails now while you can. Okay,
Yeah.
get them. You're not going to the place. You're not going to the nail place. Stop it. You're not
And
going to
those
do
who live
nothing.
by the water, they can utilize some seashells.
And you don't want your nails breaking off because then something bleeds. Now you're going to use a toilet paper and tissue and bandages and alcohol. So we don't have time for none of that. You don't need no open wounds. Clip your fingernails, your toenails, and you don't need your toenails all long and tearing up folks' sheets. Just like we ain't going out to the laundry that often. If you ain't got to wash and dry in your home, and it's not, we can't all, have backyard lines and things like that where we live. So just be gentle with the sheets and things like that. You don't need to tear them up with your toenails. So take care of these things. You got time now. You can manicure your toes yourself. You can give yourself a nice bath, a spa bath. If you have that kind of room in your home. Um, you can paint your partner's toes. That's 6 feet away if they're tall enough, right? You can keep that
I
distance,
saw somebody
right?
doing something with a stick.
That's a little sexy. You can do, you can take care of each other's toes and things like that. You can give each other massages. You don't have to face them. Just you face that way and they do your back, and don't turn over too quick.
Hmm.
Things like that. Use your imagination, folks. Give your partner a coupon. If you can't be with them, then you just, okay, this many days in quarantine, you earn this much time doing so and so and so that you like to do. It can be something nice like taking a walk in nature, or it could be something dirty. You fill in the blank. Is your coupon, is your relationship. Think of things to do to make this the best time of your make the best of the time that you have to keep your mind off of the fear and the anxiety that we are all, all, all facing and feeling in some way or another. Just know that everything goes through cycles. There was an ice age, you know. There were all kinds of different eras and ages. There have been plagues on the earth before. And God just wants our attention and our gratitude and
Yes.
our humility and to love one another. Isn't that what they said that Jesus said in the greatest commandment is love ye one another, right? Love one another, right? Do unto others as you have them do unto you, okay? The United States' emblem is e pluribus unum, of many one. What is this, people? We're supposed to always be looking out for one another and saving ourselves and protecting one another from the dragon.
Ashe.
I say, protecting one another from the dragon, right? Isn't this what little girls were told that our Prince Charming was going to come and save us from this dragon? Who's the dragon, folks? The same. So, you know who the dragon is. You know who the dragon is in your life. This is teaching us about being brave and about being honest. No sense in lying. We don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what measures are going to be taken. Whether they're warranted or not, we don't know. We won't know. We don't know who to listen to. And again, I thank God for Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York State. He has done a fine job, and all of the other governors.
Yes.
When I said that, all of the governors of all the states that are paying attention and doing the best that they can, and for those who are working for the government and our healthcare workers who are putting themselves on the front lines to
Thank
bring
you.
healing. Thank you so much. And for all the military people who are helping, and those people who are still running Ubers and Lyfts and DoorDash and Grubhub and all of these services, the gas stations and the people who make the telephones work, whoever, those schools and those, school districts that are preparing meals and lunches for these children whose only decent meal a day is the meal that they receive in school, okay? And those whose parents are healthcare workers, the nurses and doctors who didn't have anybody around to babysit their children on such moment's notice when you can't even bring your babysitter. I've been watching girls on YouTube babysitting, reading cards with their babies in their arms because they can't have their babysitters come into the home. They can't take their children places. And it's sweet and it's cute, and YouTube is going to have to, relax some of those child guidelines for a little while because we all know what's happening. We're here trying to bring each other comfort and trying to keep up everybody's spirits and entertain each other because everybody doesn't have uh, Netflix or all these others. They just have Wi-Fi. Some of them only have it for a short time of the day. Not
Mhm.
all countries are plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week like we are here in the United States.
Nor should they be here sometimes, just
Well,
because we have that.
well, that may be one of the things they cut back onto and make some excuse about it because we know who we're dealing with right now, and anything that they can do to curtail our our freedom of speech, they will do.
They've done that in Florida. That's what we were talking about earlier when we first started, before we started recording. They did that. I saw a video this morning where they were speaking about they were speaking about the committee there and of what they've done, and they kind of had an argument, a disagreement, on camera,
Hmm.
stating that the fact of, hey, you're cutting people's lights off during a time of a crisis. And one person got upset with the other and left the room and was pretty upset.
But that
Like,
right
oh,
there, like, what are the utility companies thinking? Like what?
yeah,
Stop it! We're all in this together. How dare you? Every one of us are taxpayers. The taxpayers pay for the utility companies to have access to the utility that they're running. The electricity does not belong to the utility company. That belongs to the universe. That belongs to the earth. That belongs to the people. That belongs to the taxpayers. That belongs to the citizens of the earth. How dare you now? Dare you? At this time. Haven't you sucked people dry enough? What else must you learn? What else must you lose? They got to stop it. NFL and all these places. Do you know how many years the NFL didn't even pay taxes? And people were killing themselves and spending all this money and buying Super Bowl tickets. They were not paying taxes until recently. all these years, and that's the NFL, the NBA, all of the baseball league. No, no, no. What's their public service? Playing a game that they would play anyway, whether we gave them $10 or $10,000 a day. Stop it, people. We need to get our priorities straight, but we cannot find money to buy masks for the doctors, and they don't have gowns and gloves, and children don't have anybody to watch them. Only people that can watch them are the police officers come by and check while their parents are out administering tests to the rest of us. We're in this together, folks. All of us. It's not just a I think. It's a we think. Nobody's perfect. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to learn as we go along. So we're going to give the utility company a chance to fix what they screwed up.
Well, I hope they do.
I hope they do. Because you don't need, that's why they have lamps with pitchforks. They show people have fire. So if they don't have lights, they can still make their way. So remember that. Okay. If it resorts to that, it will if you are not treating the folks right. All right. Nobody's thinking about um, looting and those kinds of stuff right now. But if they don't cooperate, they're going to cost other people their businesses. Because ain't nobody going to loot the Con Edison or the power company. What they going to get? Shocked? But if they're not going to cooperate with the rest of us, the banks, the insurance companies, the interest companies, the mortgage companies, just stop charging anybody anything. Stop. If we don't get paid for electricity's still gonna run. There's still gonna be electricity. If you don't get paid another dime for bottled water, there's still gonna be water.
Yeah, the water that they were $20,
Take it.
$20 and $94 for cases of
The,
water
the
that people done
water
did.
that,
And it's like that's crazy. This is Mother Earth's water.
exactly. Why? And why are we so gullible that we feed into it? I pay taxes. My town has its own water supply company. Thank you, Jesus. Hello. You gotta check these things before you move into these places.
Mm.
It's worth it. It's worth it. And even when I drink the bottled water, it doesn't sit right with me. And I think it's because I've been drinking this so long. I've been out here so long. I've had New York City is the best water in the United States. It just is. God knows what's in it. Could be anything. But it's the best. It is the best. It is the best.
I check it out.
Yeah, New
Find
York
out where it's coming
knows water. We gotta adjust the water other places, like woo. But anyhow, I'm not trying to be seen on camera like this. I'm not decent for company today. And I just wanted to.
Well, thank you for inviting us into your home.
Yeah, y'all have seen about every room in my house. I think except the bathroom. Thank you. And the kitchen. Well, the kitchen you saw the other day when I was putting that microwave together. It works so nice. It's a microwave convection oven I bought the other day, and it's by Toshiba, and I got it on Amazon. No advertisement, just saying. And it was less than 200. It was like 189 or something. I think that's what I said, and it works great. I made, I heated up some Jamaican patties in there. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
put no paper towel on the top of nothing. It came out perfect, flaky,
Mm-hmm.
warm, correct. Wasn't hard in the corners. None of that. You have to, there's certain things that have to pass the test. So that was good. And I've been getting the freshly food. I had already set up the delivery for that because I haven't been cooking. I haven't been having no energy. And so we getting those, and so we had like that. So even if I can't cook, we got that. You know, tea. You know, drinking lots of tea
Mm,
and
love tea.
showers. You know, keeping our hands clean. Get delivery. Stand at the door. The guys left leaves it on the stoop. Give him the tap, the tip on the credit card. You ain't got to touch. We ain't got to do nothing. When he gets in his car, I pull the pizza box in, and I got dinner. There's ways to get around this. There's no reason for you to touch the delivery boy. Just let him call you, and you come to the door, and you watch him. Because after a while, there are going to be folks lurking out here to see who getting deliveries. It might get a little tight out here, folks.
Right.
So you don't want your stuff getting snatched off your front porch. So either get your ring bell on or just be downstairs in front of the door so that when the poor, delivery guy comes, he don't get mobbed by your neighbors. Or at least you have it on video so that you can shame them on Facebook or something. And the police can catch up with them.
Yeah. Good thing a bunch of my neighbors have cameras around here. I don't have
Yeah.
them myself, but
So if you're having, security things, you might want to check those little breaches in your security around your home. Make sure you have batteries in your cameras and things like that around your house. We don't know what is going to be happening, okay?
I'm
Because,
ready.
okay, there you got 10 years Duracell, right? The streets come out at night, child. You don't know what's going to be happening around here. People are going to start getting silly and desperate and stupid for no
I
reason.
bought universal chargers.
Right, right. Make sure your chargers are working. Make sure that you know where your candles are, your flashlights. Make sure you know where your important papers are. Thank you. I shave them. Your passport, your driver's licenses, even if you have expired ones, keep them. If you got them, hold on to them. You don't know. That might help. Um, Driver's licenses, birth certificates, marriage licenses, divorce papers, mortgage papers, important stuff. Get that together, get it at hand's reach. So if you got to run out the door, it's running with you. Okay, whatever you gonna grab, make sure that that's in it. Okay, not just being in a, unless you have the type of house, the type of safe that's not gonna melt under no degrees of, no matter what the temperature is. Get
Hmm.
that shit. Even if you gotta just make copies of it and have it on your, whatever. You might need it. We don't know why. I'm just saying what they told me to say, and since I got this chance to say it, I'm gonna say it again because I did tell some people already. My sisters know. So just do that. Get your papers. Your immunization cards for your children and yourself. Those of you know who I'm talking about. Them little yellow cards they give you at the clinic. Have those if you can. Make sure you can find out your blood types for yourself and your children while you can, your family members. Just try to have that information on hand, if not written down. At least know them, okay? And anything, your family Bibles, your family, any special things like that, find ways to protect them. Put them in storage containers somewhere where they'll be safe, fireproof if possible, or find a way to, download them onto some kind of drive or something, whatever. Find a way to preserve these things, okay? And try to get your ancestors' stories. This is a good time to report them and have these legacies for your children, your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, whoever. Got nothing to do, start telling stories, right? That's what they did, right? 1,001 Nights, Arabian Nights. I was telling somebody about this, about how they passed the nights by the Shahrazad, I believe it was her. She took care of the king by telling him a different story every night to keep herself alive, or else he would have had her killed. Right, Shahrazad. I think that was the name. Shahrazad. 1,001 Nights. Lots of the stories that we know today are based on those Arabian Night stories. So start asking your mother to tell you some of her stories, what she remembers when she was a teenager about going to high school, or going here, or going there, or going to the clubs and things like that. Ask your uncles, your fathers, people like that. Since she ain't got nothing else to do, This will give you something to do. Get your mind off your walls. I hear Judy Garland say, "Come on, forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. We're gonna chase all your cares away." I hear her say
Oh
that just like
my
that.
gosh, I
Like,
remember that.
shout hallelujah. Come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment. I swear I'm hearing Judy Garland saying this, singing this. I don't know, folks. We all know what that just meant. You know what that just meant. That was for all of us. Message, as they say. Okay?
Message.
Get ready. Get ready, folks. Get ready. This is going to separate the shaft from the wheat.
Oh my gosh, ready or not, here I come.
You can't hide. I'm going to find you and
Yeah.
make you. Yeah. You had your turn. You had your chance. Folks was thinking they was smarter than God. God did.
Time kept on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
Yep. Yes. 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 Slipping in the darkness.
Yes.
Well. Oh, and rest in peace, Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers.
Oh, yes.
Thank gosh for him. And I was watching that video of him singing. Well, you know that my song was "You Got No When to Hold 'Em."
Yes, that was in
No
my
when to hold
soon
'em. Yes. Yes. I was like, oh yeah, my man. You know. But there's a lesson in that if you listen to those words. He's
I
showing you
did.
this. And he and Lionel Richie made a couple. Well, Lionel Richie always sound like Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers always sound like Lionel Richie. That's just me. That's just me. I know people love Lionel Richie, but I'm just saying I've always had that. And there's not. Listen, my most favorite song in the world that I want played at my funeral, if they have such things, is Zoom by the Commodores.
Oh, yes,
The
yes, one
long
of my
version. All right,
favorites.
I'm saying it right here on tape, right? But I don't care for Lionel Richie. But I love that song so much that I want that played at my funeral. Okay, so I'm giving him his props. I'm not saying that he's bad at all, but he's
I love it. I love it.
he always reminded me of Kenny Rogers. So when he wrote "Lady" for Kenny Rogers, I was not surprised. And Kenny Rogers always was very soulful as far as singers of country music go, you know.
Mm-mm.
And then, the songs that he wrote with Dolly Parton, they were great friends. They had great, you know, and I was thinking about that Twin Flame journey when I was listening to that song, something in the stream, Islands in the Stream. That
Oh, yes.
yes, such a sweet song.
Oh, yeah.
And Dolly Parton, that song "Here We Go Again" is coming in my ears right now. Now they ain't got nothing to do with Kenny. Here we come again. Here we come again. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, um, we gotta celebrate these lives, Diane Carroll, folks like that, and folks that are still with us up until the time of my recording tonight. Cicely Tyson, who's in her 90s, and she still got messages for us. She's telling us to be grateful. She asks us to be grateful, and that's all that God wants us to do now.
And that's what the reading that I did too was just saying, hey, show your appreciation. The ancestors that came in and they were just like, here's a gift. We want to show you also that the things that you do have and the things that you had sown and that did come to fruition, just be grateful for what you got. Be grateful of the things that you do have and the things that you thought that you lost and the things that you felt like created separation within you and within the people that you know and here on humanity. Just know right now that God is working. The creator is working
Right.
right now, talking. saying, hey, this is the first wave of things to come, that I'm trying to explain to you the things that have been causing this burden to Mother Earth, the divine feminine of the earth. Like, we're communicating this. It is a good thing that we're all out of our out from the streets. We're all in our homes, so that the vibration on the streets, on the roads, can be uplifted, and the earth can start to heal in its own natural way. And the things, the animals of the sea and animals that are of natural habitat, can start to rebirth.
And you
And
were saying that the dolphins
and
came
the
out
dolphin, right, the
of Italy.
dolphins came. The dolphins came and started to go back to the Nile over in Italy, that had never been there for, for a while, and they were out frolicking and playing and
And they
every,
hadn't been coming up to the level because of all of the noise of all of the streets, people walking on
right,
the streets. So now that the streets are silent, they're coming up and
every
able to come up because we're raising vibration. See, and we were talking about the number 7. This is how we ended up saying we're going to turn on the camera, and we were talking about dolphins are number 7s. That the highest sphere, number 7, is the 7-lettered name of God, and that would be Jehovah, right? Jehova, 7 letters, right? So 7. The 7s include the 5 planets and the sun and the moon. So 5 planets, the sun and the moon equals 7. The intellect, the 7 intellect are the angels before the throne of God. Gabriel, Michael, Haniel, Raphael, Camiel, Zadkiel, and Zaphiel. 7 angels before the throne of God. The elemental sphere are the planetary metals, the planetary stones, the planetary animals, the planetary birds, and the planetary fish. The birds are the lapwing, the eagle, the vulture, the swan, the dove, the stork, the owl. The fish are the cuttlefish, the dolphin, the pike, the whale, the thymulus, the mullet, and the sea cat. The animals are the mole, the hart, the wolf, the lion, the goat, the ape, and the cat. The metals are lead, tin, iron, gold, copper, quicksilver, and silver. The stones are onyx, sapphire, diamond, carbuncle, emerald, agate, and crystal. And lowest spheres, the lowest sphere 7 are the integral members. In the lowest sphere 7 are the integral members and the 7 holes of the head. 7 holes: eyes, ears, nostrils, mouth. 7 holes of your head. And in the infernal spheres, because we Dante's Inferno, right? Remember, the infernal holds death, gates of hell, shadow of hell, the pits of destruction, the clay of death, perdition, and depth of earth. And that's just number 7. The chariot, the victor in the chariot, the conqueror, the chariot's fiery sword, the victor. Oh, and it talks about man's life as a number of 7. After birth, the 7th hour decides the child will live. In 7 days, the cord falls off. In twice 7 days, the eyes follow a light. Thrice 7 days turns its head. 7 months gets teeth. Twice 7 sits firmly. Thrice 7 begins to talk. 4 times 7 months walks strongly. Wow. And the Hebrew equivalent of the number 7 is Zain. Zain, and the vibrations of the number 7 are Luna, which goes about being in touch with your lunar cycles, the moon cycles. We've been talking about that a lot too.
13 cycles, yes.
Right. So this is now again this book, Numbers and Their Meanings and Magic. And I got this information about this book from Conscious Evolution Journey. She was using this book in a, this is like Old English. It's written in Old English, right? But this, it goes through every number just like I just did. And it wasn't that expensive, and it was here in a flash from Amazon, right? So, and it's by Numbers, Their Meaning and Magic by Isidore Kosminski. Isidore Kosminski. And his last name is spelled Kozminski. Isidore. Okay. And it's not big at all. It's like a real easy, nice, right? Green and black, beautiful. And it's about numbers. Talks about good days and evil days. Shows you how to break the numbers down, people's names, you know, because people have no, they have no say over their name. And in some cultures, people wait days before they name a child. In other places, the child has a name before the child gets here, before you even know what the child's really like, you know. So there's the values that mean something. These words, these sounds mean something. So I always liked numerology, even before I started with tarot, as bad as I am with numbers, right? You would think. But I just thought it was this guy on the radio. He used to do numerology. And I used to love listening to him. He wouldn't come on that often. But
Because they didn't understand him.
I'm going to say that there was a Tony Brown's Journal. Tony Brown had a show on PBS, Black Eye. He also had a radio show. I think it was on WBAI. And every now and then, might have been once a week, maybe after a while, he had this guy who was a famous numerologist, black guy. Well, he's famous in our community. And can't remember his name right now, right? Of course. And he would talk about numerology, and I just was so fascinated by it. This was about the time when I was starting. This was even before I was learning about Yoruba, actually. This was, around the same time, kind of. Every day, this is a joke. It has nothing to do with this. This is just a joke. Tony Brown would have this, like, service where he would have people call in. Like, if you were single and the person was single and y'all listened, one person would come on and talk about themselves, and another person would come and talk about something to see if they could make a connection, that type of stuff. And the show would pay for, like, your first date, if you decided that you liked each other enough to go out on a first date. And then they would continue to kind of baby step you there for a couple of days, depending, right? And people were calling in and making connections. It was so cute. This was going on for like 2 years, right? I come home from work and I'd listen to it on the way home in the car and stuff. So one day I decided I had enough guts. I was going to call it in, right?
Right.
I listened to this for 2 years now, right? Great. I'm going to call up and I'm going to get me, let's see what's going to happen. I call the station. I get put through. They talk to another couple of people, right? I'm on hold and I'm the next one up. The lady comes back and says, okay, you're next, right? So you got to turn off the radios around you, so you get ready to have reverb. Why did the radio station go down right then? Way to go. Straight down. That show went off the air. That day.
Dang. Ancestors is like, no.
No, not that.
Not having that, no.
Oh, no, not that one. No.
Oh no, we not having that. No, don't be trying to make our family up with some other people. No.
Strange people. No, no, no. You can't do that. I was like, this don't make no sense. This don't make no damn sense. Stuff like that. Normal stuff that regular people do. Who the fuck would?
Yep.
It wasn't just that my phone went down. The station went down.
Not today at this place.
It
No.
wasn't no blackout. It wasn't nothing. It was just
That was
me on
funny.
the line.
Mhm.
Lord have mercy. For a reason. For a reason.
Oh my gosh.
That's the stuff I have to laugh about. But I'm like, wait, what? What? And then after all of that, I get the short bus, right?
Yeah, I was telling my sister that last night, and it's like, yeah, we talk about that short bus crew all the time. We
Mm-mm.
just still gotta love them and kind of help them along, and wipe their mouth of the like. You done talking that bull? Oh, okay. Nice.
Anyway. Anyway, and then submit to them. Yeah, really? Nice.
I ain't gonna keep on getting up, giving you this and this and this. Here you go, because I know you not there yet to
Hmm.
understand that.
Yeah. Funny.
Gotta love them.
Gotta love them. Gotta love
Don't
yourself.
want to live without them. You know, say
Gotta love
definitely
yourself.
don't want to live without them, but gotta love yourself first.
Love yourself first, cause they're not gonna be the ones that's gonna love you. It's gonna be you and Jesus. That's how it is. That's what it's gonna be. That's it. That's what I was gonna be. Don't even depend on them for nothing. For nothing. Just know that you're doing your work. It'll be fine. It'll work itself out. That's just the attitude they want us to have right now, so that we don't have any expectations. But just don't have expectations. Just have faith. That's
Hmm.
what they said. Don't have expectations. Have faith. Even then. Even then. 42 degrees tomorrow in where I'm living. That's the sun that just came down. 42 degrees outside. That's fine. It could be worse. Definitely could be worse. The lights just went out here. Huh. For a moment.
Mm.
I said that. It could be worse. The lights went.
Oh yeah.
You'll see it
Are
when
you
you watch. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I've been on here for more than an hour just doing my numbers. But people, just so everybody knows that we're here. I didn't do the reading for Leo. I still have 5 readings to do, but that's not what I came on here to do tonight. And I don't. I know that I owe Leo, and I owe Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. No, I did Sagittarius. Oh, whatever. There's 5 left, and I know the first one is Leo. They've been screaming at me, but it will make it too long. It'll make it too long. I can't do it. It'll just be ridiculous. I could go live for it, but I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, darling, thank you for allowing me. Was that all? Was that all? Iba lo de Maria lo jone mo juba. Atawa ojo iba atara uniba iba lo ne iba lo iba to. Finalea ye no le mo juba. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed is thou among women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners now and at the hour of our death. I'll look to the hills from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Yea, he that keepeth thee shall not slumber. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy shield. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. And the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. And the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this day, even forevermore. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Prophetic Flamenco, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for healing us. Thank you for letting us understand what this is for and what this is about. Thy will, not our will. Thank you for your mercy and your grace. And thank you for the humility that you're giving us to be able to show you our gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength, our redeemer. Amen. 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 All righty, girlie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Talk
you.
later. All right. And everybody be well, be good, reach out. We're here. And I'll come back when I'm led. Thank you so much. Be well. Bye-bye.